listen to Comedy Bang Bang without ads and get access to our older episodes, all of the older episodes that are so classic, well, there's just no way to do that. Except by signing up for Stitcher Premium. That's right. Just go to StitcherPremium.com or the Premium tab in your Stitcher app and sign up with the promo code CBB to get a free month of premium listening. You get ad-free listening to Comedy Bang Bang, all your favorite Earwolf and Stitcher shows, plus our full episode archive, and your premium subscription helps support us and the show directly too. That's StitcherPremium.com, promo code CBB for a free month of Stitcher Premium. Thanks!
Comedy bang bang, 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 comedy bang bang.
Rub my belly for luck. Go a little lower and we'll fuck. Welcome to Comedy Bang Bang. Oh, our guest just about did a spit take. It took an inopportune sip of water right when I said the catchphrase submission. Thank you to Tootie Butt for that wonderful catchphrase submission. And welcome to Comedy Bang Bang for another week, last day of Augie Doggy, and Augie Doggy to remember, Augie Doggy 2020, one of the best months of all of our lives. And welcome to Comedy Bang Bang. We have a very exciting show. Coming up first, we have 3 participants in what I like to call a television program. And then coming up a little later in the show, we have a couple of thespians. That'll be very exciting to talk to some people who tread the boards, as the immortal bard once said. He should have called himself the immortal board because he tread the boards. But, that was his mistake. Shakespeare, you done fucked up. But let's get to our first guest. I'm Scott Aukerman, by the way. I'm your host, and making our way through 2020 and just a few scant months ahead of us. But let's talk to our first guests. They are the aforementioned participants in the television show, which is called A.P. Bio, and the 3rd season of which premieres on Peacock this Thursday. All 8 episodes available at once for you to binge watch. If you're into binge watching, I, of course, like to purge watch things. I watch The Purge. But you can do that this Thursday. Please welcome creator Mike O'Brien and stars Patton Oswalt and Mary Sohn. Hello, guys.
Hey,
hi, Scott.
Thanks for having us on.
Mary, you just did something physical, but now you said hello. Okay, right. Thank you. This is an audio medium. You can't just wave your hands. What do you call that move, by the way? It almost seemed like reverse karate chops. And that's not me. That's literally what the hands were doing. I'm not putting anything on that.
Let's go from the top on this.
Wow, comedy bang bang, comedy bang bang.
Oh man, I love the way you sing that, Mike.
I think the fact that you use the term karate chops, like you were
how else would
in the early 70s.
How else would you describe this? I mean, you could call it a tomahawk chop, but that's not better.
Oh, there's no way out of this hole.
There's no way to. No. I guess a robot. Is that what is that offensive to robots suddenly? Oh boy, I've done it. I'm canceled. Welcome to the show, guys. Welcome back to the show. Patton, you've been on the show before.
Yes. Hang on. I just got a text from my daughter. She locked herself out on the front porch. So talk to Mike and Mary. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Okay, wow. I have never heard that particular excuse for exiting a podcast before, but
yeah, that's definitely a poop.
Yeah.
Well, Mike and Mary, so good to see you guys. AP Bio this Thursday. Mike, you are the creator. Is that safe to say? Do you have created by credit?
Yes, that's we've gone through all the lawyers and everything, and it's safe to say now.
Yeah, okay. There was some sort of issue beforehand. Did Fast Times at Ridgemont High get a hold of you, or what exactly was the issue?
What what I got asked this week was how much I had borrowed from Cameron Diaz's Bad Teacher, which I haven't seen. So I was kidding, but I'm aware that Diaz's people may be coming at me at some point.
Well, even though you haven't seen it, it's safe to say she was a pretty bad teacher. And, you know, you could just extrapolate from there and create AP Bio, right?
Yeah, you see the poster, you're like, oh, okay, so maybe a teacher's not so good. And then they're like,
it's a revolutionary idea when you think about it. Because we're used to things like Dead Poets Society, where, as far as I'm concerned, that's one of the best teachers.
Well, I mean, didn't one of the guys hang himself?
Oh, God, that's true.
Or did he throw himself out a window?
With a rope around his neck.
Yeah, he did. He certainly did something. So, and really, it was a smallish classroom. There was maybe only 16 students, so that's a really high ratio for dead students.
You could say most students kill themselves. So a bad teacher.
Okay, yeah. So he was the original bad teacher. And then you have Cameron Diaz as the second bad teacher. But who are some good teachers in cinematic history or television history? I'll take either.
Well, I mean, you know, obviously Gabe Cotter, is the gold standard.
Which now I just saw him. He's a poker champion now.
He is a poker champion and poker commentator, and I think actually ended up. It was almost like a Jennifer Tilly situation where he ended up making way more money playing poker than he did acting. He's like, hey, I'm just going to play poker. This is awesome.
Which is ironic because it's the kind of thing that he would probably warn his students against.
Yes, exactly.
Interesting. Exactly. Does anyone know who we're talking about, I wonder? Patton, are you and I the oldest people in the world?
We are. We really are. We're going to be dropping some Hazel references any second now. And when I talk about the Goldbergs, I mean the original Jewish sitcom from 1948. That's what I'm talking about. God.
So, Mike, this is the third season of AP Bio, and take us through, and spoilers on. Go ahead, just take us through everything that happened in the first two seasons.
So the biggest thing that I feel like I'm always butting against is that we're trying to make a non-serialized show, which nobody wants anymore.
So these are standalone episodes. You can watch one and go, that was funny, and turn it off and not have this itch in the back of your mind of like, what happens next? What happens next?
Yeah, and what were they talking about the whole time? I haven't watched the 24 before it. So yeah, we try to dig deeper into the characters each season, but it doesn't exactly have the like, this is the season where they all do this or that and there's a big change or anything. What
did they do? What did they do?
The main character is a failed Harvard professor who's bitter, and he moves home to his hometown of Toledo, Ohio. Mm-hmm. And this is all Cameron Diaz, and he picks up a job, lives in his dead mom's apartment, picks up a job teaching high school as an AP Bio teacher. And in the pilot, he realizes he'd be better off to just use these kids to exact revenge on his enemies as opposed to teaching them anything. And the principal, played by Patton Oswalt, he doesn't know that detail, but he's in on letting Jack, played by Glenn Howard, get away with a lot because it looks good for a school to have a former Harvard professor on its website. And they also become friends, and Jack also slowly becomes friends with the other teachers, played by Mary Sohn and company, and eventually grows to really like the kids and bond with them, but not teach them biology.
So what takes longer, watching the first two seasons or listening to you describe them?
You know, you pushed and pushed. I'm like, do we do bit answers, or do you want my IMDb freaking paragraph? Yeah.
It sounds fascinating. I got to catch up with the show. Mary, you play the character. I figure if I pause long enough, you'll jump in.
Oh, yeah. I just didn't want to blast through with my audio.
I wanted to see how long your air would hold out. That's actually a good test for COVID. See how long you can keep your hair going. Okay. We're sending someone over.
Oh, thank you.
I play a character named Mary.
Mary. And was this written for you, or did they change your name once you were cast, or was it just serendipity?
I would say I credit myself as a co-creator, kind of.
Oh.
Yeah, Mike was always coming to me like, I don't know if he should be a nice teacher or a mean teacher. And I'm like, go with the bad one, bad teacher. And so I think he just kind of threw me a bone,
Nice. And you guys used to know each other back in Chicago, did you not?
We did indeed.
We did. We toured in a Second City touring company together for a little under a year. We were in a van together.
About 364 days, it sounds like?
It was like 8 months.
Oh, okay.
I'm not doing great at this.
Pop that
Usually
IMDb
I'm like
up. Come on.
You're giving all real answers, which I really respect.
I usually do like a perverted janitor or whatever, and this is the first time
Mike,
I've had to.
No offense. It sounds like you resent the fact that we have a third season of our show. Like your whole tone is like, I don't know. We just they wanted more. We did more. Right?
Yeah. A lot of people sign these. They sign these contracts thinking, "Wow, look at all this money," and then come the third year, they're like, "Why the fuck did I do that? I could be doing anything else."
What am I supposed to write?
How many seasons of this? How many seasons of this are you going to do?
I genuinely, I don't know. If
You're being genuine.
Where you're allowed to be sincere and genuine, but I would love to do some more. And then we were like, let's all be honest with each other when we're like, God, please cancel us. Because I've been a part of projects where you say that. You're like,
Was that Saturday Night Live?
Yes.
Please cancel us.
Please. We've done it. We've done a game show or two.
We proved our point.
But then that Cheeto and Chief comes around and it's like, you get another wind beneath our wings.
Can I just step in for a second? I'm sorry.
Please, I'm begging
really
you.
quick. I just got to say, I really, really love after the first two seasons we had on the show, which were funny, but they were still going. You could sense how far can we take this? And season 3 is where they went, oh, we can actually do. There's an episode that plays with time and plays not just with the time of the show, but with how TV shows do, like Previously On or Coming Up that is so. It feels like someone is playing a prank on the network. I love that episode so much. And then there's another one where basically Jack is driven into psychosis from lack of sleep that is so well written. And the episode is called This, for a very specific reason. And it is, I mean, I laugh when I read the scripts, but that one, like I called Glenn up. I'm like, I cannot wait to see how they shoot this. Wow. This is going to be so fun to watch.
Amazing. But you didn't call Mike up like, hey, thanks for writing such a great script or anything. No.
You know why? Because I don't thank a guy for doing the job he's supposed to be doing.
Yeah, he's below the line.
Know what I mean? Yeah.
You want to encourage a guy who's about to do a job. That sounds amazing. You're sort of playing with structure this season, Mike?
Yeah, a little bit more. We were debating how often to do that, but I think and we didn't.
Sounds like twice per season.
Well, would have been 3 if it wasn't for COVID, or kind of 4. It's depending on how you look at it, but yeah, a little under half, and then there were 2 written that we didn't get to shoot.
This is a lot of math.
Because of the China thing. But yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, I'm sorry. Where'd it come from? Trying to remember.
Mary is just about to click leave meeting. And I'm joining her. By the way, that's not just her. I'm joining her.
It's true. If I could figure out how to do that, I'd be gone.
So there are 8 episodes coming out this Thursday. You were going to make 10. Was it, what's funny is you were able to complete all 8. It doesn't just end like 7.5 in.
It was really close to that. The last day, Pat and you were shooting with Paul Appel, right?
Yes, I was.
And it was very touch and go. There was a lot of meetings. At one point, halfway through the day, someone came through and removed all the doorknobs. Yes. It was just like, so you can push things open with your elbow. We were like, maybe that is it. It was like March.
Like in the scenes, there are no doorknobs in the final episode.
Well, on the sets, like moving around the set to go from holding or whatever, you could push them all. That was like an hour before we shut the whole thing down. But there was a weird panicky. It was tense, and we just kept saying if we can get to like 9 p.m., we have 8 episodes. And if we don't, we have 6 because we block shoot. So we were shooting some of
Yep.
Wow. So, but you got to 8. You endangered everyone's health.
That's right.
And
well, we have 8.5, and the 9th episode, halfway through, we cut to a lab, and a guy like drops a beaker and just looks and goes, "Uh-oh," and then we just cut to black.
8.5. That reminds me of one of my favorite films. 9 months.
8.5 weeks with Mickey Rourke, and that was a great one.
That was a good one.
With some editing, it could have been 8.5 weeks.
Yeah, exactly. A little long. I would have taken. Speaking of trim, though, Kim Basinger. Mary,
Hey,
you're about to press leave meeting again? What's
wow.
happening?
God damn it! I
got to teach you how to do this. Well, it's a really great show. I'm, it's no secret to you guys that I'm a fan, and that I asked you guys to be on, and little did I know, Mike, you would be so clinical in all your answers. I don't know whether it's the time of day, the fact that, does your brain just kind of like shut down all of your bid energy after 3, or what exactly happens?
Yeah, great question. Thank you, Scott. So I guess, you know what? I feel like you haven't watched AP Bio, and I haven't listened to a lot of Comedy Bang Bang, and I didn't know that you ask genuine questions and then we're supposed to give like French clowning answers. I don't get how this works.
You don't understand how it works. Okay. That's okay. You can listen to other episodes in between the next time you're on.
In Scott's defense, with the Zoom link they sent us the name of 3 Jacques Tati films to watch to get ready.
Yeah, I hope that you prepared.
Please.
I tell you, I got that Jacques Tati box set that Criterion put out, and I could not look at it less often. It's just one of those things I think I bought because I was like, yeah, I want to be smart.
This will look good on my shelf.
Yeah, and I just have never cracked it open, unfortunately.
Oh, the wrap's still on it?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
my favorite teachers growing up, I think one of the most inspiring ones to me was a freshman English teacher in college who kind of just blew the lid off like what is possible and what is literature and what is prose. And his name's Jeff Bankowski, and that's a real answer I'm going to also fucking force in here.
Where exactly was that? Where did you grow up, Mike? I want to hear everything about you.
I grew up in Zanyville. Is that what I'm supposed to? In Michigan.
That's pretty, yeah. Oh, Zanyville, Michigan. Okay.
Yeah, Zanyville, Michigan.
Is that right outside of Detroit? Where is that?
I was now we're south of Detroit. Yeah.
Okay, wonderful.
You hate the real answers, but you ask the.
I gotta keep you on your toes. Gotta keep you on your toes. Mary, it's always great to see you on our screens, be they big, be they small. You, of course, were in a feature film last year, brightening up the silver screen, as they call it. How is it? What is it like to go from a major motion picture and then segue into a smaller television show like this?
Yeah, thanks so much. I would have to say the major difference is on the set of a film.
Yes.
We had some loose meatballs. And then
how loose were these meatballs?
Pretty loose. I'm talking there was a lot of negative space in between them.
That's not slang? Okay, just want to make sure.
I'm just imagining a tray with like 3 meatballs with so much space around them that they could just rattle around in there forever.
There was some rattling.
And I believe on that feature film, you also were there for about 2 hours or so.
I would say that.
As opposed to AP Bio, where it probably is, how long do you shoot? Let me guess how many days you do per episode.
Okay, great.
Let's see, you're block shooting. I would say you're probably doing a lot of your stuff in one day. Per episode, I'm gonna say 1.5 days per episode.
Wow, that's grossly underestimating how many days I'm there.
How many days per episode are we talking? 5, 6? What are we?
Maybe like 4.
Mike,
5 per
step
episode.
in. 5 per episode. Okay. And so you think that's underestimating? What are you? 3 days? 4 days?
3 to 4. Yeah.
3 to 4.
You said 1.
1.5. Patton, what are you?
Sure.
Where are you? Are you down to 1? What are you?
We're going to compare now.
We have it now where they come into my trailer. There's a green screen. They move the camera to make it look like I'm walking, which is actually, if you've watched Steven Seagal films, I think that's what they're doing now. They literally move the camera to make it look like he's walking along, and they just put different backgrounds behind him.
Wow, that's the dream.
The set on the show where my office is so comfy. The couch is so nice. And the desk, I actually hang out in there. And I was just told by one of the actors play students that they've been told not to hang out in there. I'm like, you can hang out, but I just have a very comfy desk.
Okay, so this is you publicly saying they can hang out. What do you actually tell the ADs, though?
Well, them behind the
stay up.
I need you to be the villain in this one, okay? I'm gonna keep publicly saying they can totally hang out, and then you just.
Well, AP Bio is going to be out this Thursday. And it's on Peacock, which is like a totally new thing. It used to be on NBC, but now it's on this Peacock thing. And what is success like, Mike? What's it going to take? Does Peacock call you after the first weekend and say you're a hit? Do they call you and say like, we have no idea how many people are watching? This is all new. What do they do?
Yeah, they say, how do you count the people who click it? And I'm like, you guys didn't set anything up?
That's not my job.
It was early on. There was a lot of that kind of vibe. They're like, we really don't know. We really haven't even hired anyone for that area that you're asking about yet. But now they seem to have their stuff together and everything. And I can tell because they're being very quiet about it. So I think they know exactly what they're doing now, and we'll be watching our numbers judgily. But they've been great. Here's the sincere half that you'll hate.
Okay, here we go. Let's count it down. I'll do a countdown of 20 in the background. All right.
I could do 10.
Okay, here we go. 10.
They've been really great.
9,
They're like minimal
8,
notes, really letting us do what
7,
we want. God, I got to eat up 7 more seconds.
5.
I think it's an exciting
4,
platform. You know, MacGruber's going to be on there.
2,
That should be fun.
1. You're done. You're done.
Thank you, man. I could have done 5.
Great MacGruber plug.
Yeah, I use like 6 seconds on MacGruber.
Well, I can't wait. One of my favorite shows now on one of my favorite streaming services. This is like, you got chocolate in my peanut butter here. This is amazing, which is a reference that Patton, you and I would get. I'm not sure about anyone younger than us. But I'm very excited about it. Great show. All the quality of the first 2 seasons. The budget was in the realm.
Budget was in the realm, and I would say, honestly, by far our strongest season.
Wow. Amazing. Well, it's a great show. I cannot wait to see it. And Peacock this Thursday. If you don't have Peacock yet, it's as simple as just pressing a couple of buttons on a remote, I think, and then it comes up or something like that. It's pretty amazing. We have to take a break.
Did my mom write that for you to say?
Yeah.
You hit some buttons on a thing and then it's there?
I got a little text from her, if you don't mind. I've been constantly texting your mom, Pat, and I wanted to...
Hey, tell them to hit some buttons and get it.
All right. Well, that's enough of that. We are going to be right back with more from Patton Oswalt. And Mike and Mary, I know you guys got to go, if that's okay. So we'll see you another time. But when we come back, we'll have a couple of thespians. Very exciting. We'll be right back with more Comedy Bang Bang after this. Comedy Bang Bang, we're back here. Patton Oswalt is here. And Mike and Mary had to go. How do you feel about that, Patton?
I'm a little bit insulted. Like I thought I was also busy, but apparently not.
Yeah,
so,
not as busy as those guys, I guess.
But I'm happy to be here for the duration because I love the show.
That's good. Yeah. And it gives us room to talk about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Veronica Mars, all of the stuff you're up to. Will and Grace, God. All the shows. There is not a show that Patton Oswalt is not on. Or you're trying to hit them all, right? Touch them all.
I really am. I'm basically trying to unlock my version of the Da Vinci Code. If I can just get an IMDb listing of every show going. I don't want to say what'll happen, but it'll.
There's some sort of boss level, isn't there? Like some show like Sopranos or something like that?
There's a day player boss level that I'm trying to reach.
Wow.
And I'm going to do it.
Well, speaking of days, let's bring on our next guests who are alive during the days as well as nights. Good segue. And they are 2 thespians. Patton, did you ever do any theater?
I've never actually. I did a little bit in high school, but
what'd you do?
Oh, I did.
Were you the guy in Carousel who came out and said, Carousel?
No, that would have been great. I did Music Man. I was the little Ron Howard role. What's the little kid's name?
The guy who's like, what does he sing?
Wells Fargo wagon at
doesn't he have a solo? He sings like something.
Winthorpe. Gary, Indiana.
Gary.
And then Music Man, I was...
we just mentioned Music Man.
Oh, not Music Man. Bye Bye Birdie.
Oh, were you Conrad?
No, who was the boyfriend?
Don't know. I am not that familiar with Bye Bye Birdie.
Oh, I'm blanking.
Okay.
He's the one that, like, the girl dumps for Birdie. What is his name? It'll come to me later.
Is he a drip and Conrad is cool, or?
Yeah, he's a drip and then Conrad, although she thinks he's a dream, and then when Conrad comes to town, it's like,
okay.
No.
Did you get to wear a leather jacket, or were you in like a suit jacket?
Sweater and Letterman jacket.
Okay, I want to see pictures of this. If you can send me pictures, that's all right. But we do need to get to our next guests. They are in... I would imagine assorted theater roles themselves. From Adrian, Michigan, please welcome Bob and Cherilyn Wessex.
Hello, Scott.
Greetings.
Greetings. Yes, hello. So nice to meet you. You are a married couple, or do you just have the same name Wessex? And I joined you together rudely like that in your introduction.
You wouldn't believe how many times we get that.
We have been married for 30 years, happily, and performing nightly in our own theater here in Adrian for 25.
Whoa! So you there was a good 5-year honeymoon period where you guys were just enjoying each other's bodies in marital bliss. What exactly? You have a very slow chuckle. Can I just say?
I get
Bob?
a kick out of you, Scott.
Thank you very much. But if you could compress your chuckling time, I enjoy. Look, I love it. I love the immediate feedback that a laugh brings. But if you could just take it down, they say your chuckle seems to be about 5 seconds. If you could take it down to 3, that would be okay.
I'll give it a try.
Well, now I'm wondering, what is the time frame where a chuckle where it reaches a point where then it becomes kind of eerie? Like, what is the cutoff point of that? That's interesting. I never thought of that.
It crossed over at 5 seconds to me.
I agree. I think I agree. Yeah.
A little ominous then after 5. Yeah. I'll keep them at 3. Thank you, Scott.
If you need me to count it down, I did that for our previous guest. Worked out really well.
Yes, I heard that, and he was a great guest. I liked his sincere answers.
Fantastic. Well, I expect no less from the two of you. You've been married for 30 years. Sounds to me like 1990 you got married, just right before grunge swept the imagination of America. Did that play into why you got married at all? That was about 3.
Oh,
good.
You have teed us up as two old dusty theater creators. We love to talk about grunge. Thank you, Scott.
You do. So because 1995 is when you started making theater.
That's right.
And
you assumed we went to Lollapalooza and drove home and wrote The Icy Frosty Marriage, which was our first play. We did not go to Lollapalooza. We went to see The Iceman Cometh.
Oh.
And kept it ice-based.
Okay, so The Icy Frosty Marriage was your first theater production, and you wrote this?
'Twas. We write actually all of our plays, and we produce them ourselves as well.
Oh, okay. So writer, producer, what about director? You farm that out?
No, sir. We direct and we do the costumes and all the makeup. Would you like a sample of Icy Frosty Marriage?
Icy Frosty Marriage, and this is somewhat inspired by The Iceman Cometh, which is another one of those ones that just have never dipped into. It's so long. Isn't it like 4 hours long?
I don't know how many hours. It's 142 pages.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, a minute a page. It's over 2 hours. Didn't Kevin Spacey do The Iceman Cometh? Is that the version you saw?
Yes, we saw Kevin in Adrian, and it was great. We did miss Lollapalooza for it, as I said, but it was great.
Oh, so you had tickets to Lollapalooza.
Yes, of course. It has Primus.
Because it seemed like you were denigrating it earlier, but you actually, it was just, they were on the same night. Okay, yes, I do want to hear
So they got your money, you're saying. Perry Farrell got your money, but you picked Iceman Cometh.
That's correct, yes. Perry got my money, gave some to Les Claypool, and
sure. How much we don't know, but
yeah.
I don't know how much it broke down per ticket price. And what were tickets back then? They were probably about $50 or so back in 1995. 100. 3, 2, 1.
He took the note. He took the note.
He truly did. All right. What is it called? The Icy Frosty Marriage?
Yes.
The Icy Frosty Marriage. What scene are we about? Do we need any kind of a setup to this?
I think it's pretty...
It'll be apparent? Okay.
Yeah.
everyone in Adrian, Michigan asks us to do this scene. It's a bit well known. It's a bit well known.
All right. Well, let's take it into the national spotlight here on Comedy Bang Bang. This is a piece from Icy Frosty Marriage by Bob and Cherilyn Wessex. Take it away, guys.
The door slams.
You're home.
Did you think I wouldn't be waiting for you?
I thought you'd be in the garden.
It's 11 p.m., Stanley.
I got my foot caught. Otherwise, I would have... how was dinner?
Your breath smells like booze. And if I hear that your foot is stuck in another thing, that's divorce.
God, I hope it doesn't get caught in another thing then. 'Cause, honey, baby, I want to iron out the wrinkles once and for all.
What?
I didn't kiss that chick.
Then what is this on your collar?
That's lipstick from Harold.
And that's where that scene ends.
Oh, that's where that scene ends.
Wow.
The big reveal.
Wow. Okay. Very nice.
Thank you.
Wow.
Giving us a taste.
That was powerful stuff. Amazing. What is that the first scene in the play or the last scene or somewhere in the middle?
That's the beginning of Act 4.
Oh, wow.
The beginning of Act 4. Okay. Out of how many acts?
6.
6 acts. Wow. That's like a Shakespearean.
No intermission.
No intermission.
No intermission. It's a really to be consumed as one.
Well, I mean, you wouldn't take an intermission in the middle of a sandwich, would you?
That's my thoughts exactly.
Yeah. How many pages are we
How
talking?
many pages is the marriage?
It's 452 pages.
Whoa. That's
Perfect.
But perfect isn't exactly what I was going to say. I was going to say a little long. It sounds to be about 9-hour long performances. Is that where it is?
That's about right. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I would need maybe a snack, at least some cheese and crackers.
It's like 8 Primus sets at 1995 Lollapalooza. If you're trying to picture how long we're talking.
Usually Primus would only do 1 set per Lollapalooza, right?
Right. I'm just saying, I'm trying to give a chunk of time people can relate to.
Sure. Okay.
And so what? So in if we're using Primus sets to measure this, what song does that scene drop on? Is that like Jerry Was a Race Car Driver? My Name is Mud. Like, which one is that?
Yes.
You ever do that South Park theme in any of the Primus sets?
If you're lucky, I suppose. I wouldn't know. I was at Iceman Comics
missed
and
it.
it was boring.
Oh, you didn't like it.
Oh my gosh!
Why are you so inspired to write this show then if you hated it?
We did a hate write.
Oh, okay. I've heard of hate watching, but it's hate writing. Oh my gosh. So how is it different than The Iceman Cometh? Because it seems to be mining similar territory of a marriage that's dissolving and falling apart and infidelity.
I would say we just mostly took the name as the inspiration rather than the content. And I remember that particular summer, we didn't go to Lollapalooza also because it was incredibly hot. I don't know if you know, in Chicago in the dead of summer, you don't want to be caught there. Where do you want to be? In an Iceman's icebox.
Oh, okay. So you were living in Chicago at the time, or you were traveling over from Michigan? Is that what?
We were doing a quick trip over there.
The Iceman Cometh that's the one with the main character's Hickey, right?
Uh-huh.
So who played him in the version that you saw?
We, as we said, we saw it with Spacey.
That was
It was Spacey. Okay.
Yeah.
In Chicago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was that at the Steppenwolf? Where exactly was this?
We didn't go to Iceman Cometh.
What?
Is that what you want? Goddamn lawyers?
You didn't go to Iceman Cometh?
We had tickets to Iceman Cometh, and we had tickets to Lollapalooza featuring Primus and Alice in Chains, and we stayed home and had sex. Is that what you want?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know why
You
you're
want the
lying about it in the first
details?
place.
Is that what you want?
Yes,
Want the positions? And then we wrote a play afterwards.
Where did the hate write come from then? If you didn't have to experience,
I think he
either of
was
those?
lying. I think he was lying about all of
Oh,
this.
there was no. Okay.
Why were you lying? To seem cool?
Yes, I have heavy guilt about missing Lollapalooza. And when you say, oh, it's because we were driving to see a famous play, people are like, well, then that makes sense because Primus killed it and you missed it. And then when you say, no, we got kind of lazy and we ate a bunch of chicken wings and had sex and wrote a terrible play, then
you think it's a terrible play?
It's terrible? That's our number one play, Bob.
Well, this is a surprise to you, Cherilyn. You've never discussed this?
No.
Grilling us and grilling us. What about the second word of Iceman Comet? We didn't go.
But I'm not
sweaty, and we had sweaty, panty sex.
Okay,
like heavy breathing, not underwear.
I'm over that part of it now. I've actually moved on to the fact that you seem to hate this play that you've written and have been performing for the past 25 years.
I'm stupid in it.
Bob, you are remarkable. Well, let me ask you this. Do you hate all of our plays?
I hate my parts.
What are some of your other plays?
Well, I'm thinking right off the top, my second favorite is from the Women Who Speak Their Mind series. We did Gal, Gal, Come Around, Gal.
Yes, I like that one as a play. I hated my performance. But yes, Gal, Gal, Come Around, Gal was great.
What part did you have in that, Bob?
I was Sally.
You were Sally. Okay.
It's a story of two sisters.
So you just don't like your performances? You think you're a bad actor, or you don't like the lines that you have to speak, Bob?
Some of the costumes make me look fat and stupid. Do you want to see some of Gal, Gal, Come Around, Gal?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Okay.
Where you're playing two sisters?
Yes, Scott.
Okay. Sure. Love to see
that. Don't get testy with me, Bob. You're the one who came on this show lying to Patton and I. Patton and I are here. We're interested in your life, and the whole first 15 minutes of this has just been a duplicitous charade.
The two things I like are live theater and the truth. And I feel like both of those are just being
They often go hand in hand, do they not?
I would say always go hand in hand.
Yes. So to see these two liars, well, I guess... I don't know that you're a liar, Cherilyn.
Please don't group me in there.
Well, I mean, it's
well.
lying by omission. You never said, hey, no, we never did see the Iceman Comet. You never corrected him. All right, anyway, I'd like to...
Patton, you know a lot of Primus songs for that not being in your top two things you like.
Did you ever get to see Primus?
I still have not. Are they done?
I don't know!
Nobody knows that.
That would be fairly easy to find out, don't you think?
No.
I don't.
We'll never know.
Do you know Les Claypool?
No.
Who are the other two people in the band, by the way?
And the other guys?
The rest. The old Professor and Marianne treatment. Patton, do you know what that means?
Yes.
You and I are the only ones.
If you make any old reference, you don't need to ask if I know what it means.
Okay.
It's sad.
All right, Bob, Cherilyn, let's hear a little bit from Gal, Gal, Come Around, Gal. Is that what the title was?
Correct. Oh, I was changing.
I didn't mean to come in like that. I just barged in looking all fat and stupid.
You don't look fat and stupid, Sally. I think you look gorgeous.
Like what? What part?
Well, I like the way your stomach looks like it's divided in between those shoelaces. I think it looks neat, like it's blasting out.
I don't. I think I look fat and stupid. I would have liked to have a baggy dress.
Oh, but that wouldn't suit you. And you're not stupid. Look, you've got a book in your left hand.
Well, I was just using that to hit my face every time I say something stupid.
Sally, what if we did this? What if you put on this gown and you went out there and you got married today?
You would let me do that with your boyfriend?
What are sisters for?
Thank you.
And thank you. And scene.
Oh, okay.
They're not twins, by the way.
Okay.
No one said they were.
I know. I'm just saying you must be curious how we tricked the husband.
Yeah.
I didn't think there was a trick part of it. I just thought that it was explained to him what was happening, and he went along with it.
Does this take place early in the play, and then we see
the ramifications
of how they get, or is that the conclusion?
Is it like a Two Gentlemen of Verona, like, identities, not to mention the immortal bard again?
Yes, it is. It's kind of like Two Gentlemen of Verona in a lot of ways. Having seen that, I would say so. For sure.
Hey! Stop! I can tell now. You have a tell. You have a tell. You looked up and to the left when you said that.
Oh, damn it!
Yep.
You didn't see that, did you? What did you do instead?
We got a pizza and we ate the whole thing, and then we fell asleep, and then we woke up, and then we did it doggy style, and then we went back to bed.
Sweaty panty sex. Sweaty panty
I knew it. I knew it. Well,
I got to ask you something.
Yeah.
You write these plays, yes?
Yes.
Yes, all of them.
But you hate what you have to say, and that you look fat and just so why do you write characters that make you feel awful about yourself that you hate playing?
It's a good, hard question. I would say I go into it loving it, and then we begin making the costumes, and by the time we're done, I hate the costumes because we're not very good at that part. And so always there's a little part of you, and it sometimes tends to be the part you're not liking that month that pokes out of the costume somewhere, and you don't realize it until opening night. And I add some lines about that because I assume everyone's thinking it.
Yeah. Oh,
It just seems like you could somehow during the process stop yourself and say, "Oh, wait a minute, maybe
we should hire someone to make these costumes instead of doing something I'm not good at, and making myself look fat and jutting my distended belly out for the entire audience to see."
It sounds like you guys are teeing up to Mars and back.
I don't exactly know what that means.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Oh, we're catching your drift. We're catching
Yes,
it.
you want a little taste of To Mars and Back 2004.
Oh, that's a play.
Oh.
It's not the name of a lawyer. To Mars and Back and Associates. If this is To Mars and Back, is that what you're saying?
That's correct. Yes. No, not my lawyer's name. That is the same syllables.
Okay. So you want to do a section from To Mars and Back?
Yes.
Okay. And this is 2004?
Yes.
Okay. Fantastic.
Jenny, do you think the spaceship will really make it the whole way?
You know it. I believe.
I believe too.
Oh my gosh, what could it be? A flying saucer right at me.
Could it be? Oh, could it be? I look great in these little pants.
And scene.
Oh,
that's it. Oh, I can't even applaud. I was so startled by the.
I thought a song was starting. Is there more? Did you stop that scene mid-song?
Well, you know what it is? That's the kind of game of the play, is that we start songs and abruptly stop them. It keeps the audience on the edge of their seats.
I'm wondering, Bob, why you thought I was teeing you up to hear that when we were talking about your fat belly.
Well, okay, fine. So the song had 5 more verses originally, and they were all about how the pants were too tight, and I feel fat and stupid in them. And the critics came at us, and so after the first night, we cut it down to just those few lines where I at first say, these pants are tight, but it's okay. And
do the critics like anything you do? How are your reviews?
Well, the critics in Adrian, Michigan, just the folks that live there, they can't,
There's more than one. There's more than one critic?
God.
Do you have a lot of newspapers in Adrian, Michigan?
Yeah.
We've got 3, right? Oh, 2?
3? Which, we'll list them if you could.
There's the Adrian Telegram.
Okay.
Then there's the Right Wing Hatchet. They're rough.
Oh, really? So
They do
they
not
don't
like our stuff. No.
theater in general, or just your stuff?
I'm impressed the right wing paper has a theater critic though, like that goes out and reviews plays.
Yeah.
They do. And then there's the coincidentally named Insane Clown Posse Hatchet. They're both the Hatchet, so you always say, well, which Hatchet panned us this time?
Right, exactly.
Wait, the Insane Clown Posse started a newspaper in your town of Michigan?
Yes, Southeast Michigan, Insane Clown Posse.
And there's a theater review section in the Insane Clown Posse newspaper.
Both Hatchets have full-time reviewers. They're both making over $50,000 a year to just review Adrian, Michigan plays. Yes.
I'm sorry. Does the ICP theater critic, does he show up in the clown makeup? Like, is he easily
I would
spotted?
imagine it would make it very easy to know when you're being
He steals a lot
reviewed.
of focus. He steals a lot of focus.
Do people think that he's part of the show and they're always looking at him?
It's like
The
a loaded
other
gun.
Hatchet,
Ugh.
the other Hatchet review is always, I wondered when the guy with the makeup would get up and say something, and he never did.
right, look, we have to take a break. You guys stick around. I find you guys endlessly fascinating, if that's okay.
We have to go, Scott.
Oh no, please don't. Please
Wait,
stay.
no,
Please stay.
Okay, fine.
You have all these other plays. I want to hear about.
Yeah, I want to hear about them. Okay, we'll be right back with more Comedy Bang Bang after this. Comedy Bang Bang, we are back. Patton Oswalt is here of the Virginia Oswalts.
Yes, the Virginia Oswalt. The Tidewater Oswalts, as we call ourselves.
But speaking of states, we have from the great state of Michigan, we have Bob and Cherilyn Wessex here. Who are liturgists? They are dramatists. Mm-hmm. They write the book and apparently the music to their plays. They also make the costumes. They apply the makeup, or do you make the makeup?
We do both.
Oh.
We do both.
You mix the makeup that you use.
Bit of a mixologist. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
we find colorful stones and mash them up and get some oils from leaves. It's not rocket science.
It's makeup science. I don't think I can do it.
Now, are these all two-person plays, or is there a theater community in Adrian, Michigan that you guys draw from?
Well, we don't draw from the community, although it's vibrant. But
it sounds like in order to have so many theater critics working full time,
yeah,
it's true.
A lot of theater,
all making over 50,000. But
when you say over 50,000, what 51,000, 52,000, or are we talking 150,000? $1 million.
The last time I got drunk with those mean critics and they told me their salaries was 2 years ago, so. I don't know if it's gone up more, but
did their salaries dwarf you guys' like yes. The nut you make at the end of your productions?
What?
The nut? Your nut?
What?
The nut. You're like, what are you making?
What's our nut?
Yeah, what's your nut?
At the end of the production, we have a nut, and you want to know what it is.
Yeah, how much you making? How much you clearing?
I just don't want it asked that way.
How much money do you make?
And
is that clinical enough for you?
Thank you. Negative all of it.
Oh,
every year.
To answer your question, Patton, one of our plays involved 12 people with 2 actors, if you will.
Oh, how many of these characters did you play, Bob?
6.
Oh, so it was a purely even 6 and 6.
Yes.
I would say that was our most challenging play, but our most controversial. Wouldn't you say, Bob?
Oh, the two don't the two don't seem related. Yeah. I don't know why you said "but" in the middle of that.
Yeah, I have trouble with words sometimes. The other day I said "God rest his soul," and the person thought I was talking about somebody who had died, but I meant God bless their soul.
Oh, I see. And so, did that lead to any kind of like? Two gentlemen of Verona style escapades.
Scott, I see what you're trying to do, and we're just trying to have a nice night. Bob and I, this is actually our anniversary today. So,
congratulations, guys!
Wow.
Thank you.
30 years.
31 years.
What's the gift for 30 years? What's the gift?
For us, it's a tremendously large rock I found that I think will be years worth of
rouge. That's right.
Yeah. Cherilyn, you should surprise Bob maybe with Primus tickets on one of these wedding anniversaries.
Wow, Scott, way to ruin the surprise.
Oh, I'm so sorry. That's what you got, Bob, this year?
Yes, and I actually did look, and Primus is not touring anymore, so I learned their whole canon, and I was going to do it for you this evening.
Please go ahead. Go ahead. I mean, I hate to spoil the surprise, but go ahead and do it right now.
Oh, gosh, but where to even start? I just learned so many of them.
Please, at the beginning, of course.
The first album. Actually, hold on. I'm just going to order a burrito if you'd like one as well.
Sure. Make it one as large as my head.
Okay. Boy, sounds like you guys are going to get wet and sticky tonight, if you know what I mean.
It's going to be
I know
stinky.
what happens after you guys order out.
Scott, we're going to wring your neck, Scott. But you're right. We're going to have sex afterwards.
All right, so let's hear a selection from Sailing the Seas of Cheese. This is Cherilyn Wessex doing the music of Primus.
I'm sorry,
no.
can we do the play where we were all different parts?
Oh, yeah, I guess.
That
by the
was
way,
actually the beginning of a 90210 theme song. That's not right. That's not right. Oh.
Yeah, I wondered you were just about to clap with those two claps. Okay, maybe you just learned the wrong songs. Yeah, what is the show where you played 6 different parts apiece?
It's called My China Doll.
My China Doll. Okay, interesting. Is that a metaphor for what the characters are going through? Do some of the characters feel trapped and unable? A little like the Glass Menagerie. The Glass Menagerie reflects the emotional state of the protagonist, where she feels like she's always protected and unable to have relationships. Is that what this is like?
Oh,
you didn't know that?
That's what that is. This one's about a doll, a woman who brings a doll home from China to her big family.
Oh, and does it? Okay, well, I don't want to spoil it, but go ahead with it.
Let's see the scene.
The fuck is this? The fuck is this little fucking doll?
It's something special, and it's not for you.
Well, I want to see it. You get away from it. You get out of here.
Somebody let me out of this box.
You're never getting out of that box. Let her out! Telegram!
Be sweet. Oh, a telegram. Hello?
Yes, it's from the front. It says, send help. Germans have us cornered, stop. Send help soon, stop. That sounds like trouble. All right, let her out of the box.
Yeah, karate hands.
No!
Karate chomp!
Oh, you broke the doll.
The one pretty thing I owned.
I just wanted to have a nice Thanksgiving.
So...
Oh, it's over. Oh, okay. Yeah, here you go.
Yeah, the reveal at the end is that it's Thanksgiving.
Oh. Okay. How do people leave the theater with a sense of clarity regarding that then? Or how does that change? I mean, why is it a reveal? Usually that would be at the beginning.
And how do you hide that it's Thanksgiving the whole time? Wouldn't it be?
Yeah, it seems like the smell of turkey. Yeah. All those drawings of people's hands that are turned into turkeys everywhere.
Well, for one thing, we do the set design, so we just didn't put those up. But we say throughout Act 1, what a holiday we're having. Oh my gosh, this holiday. And then at the Act 1 intermission, the guy says, I'll tell you what holiday it is. And the curtains come crashing closed.
How fast do they come crashing closed?
Oh, we've had a lot of injuries.
Too fast. Wait, are you guys doing the curtains as well?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hire out, guys. Get some employees.
I mean, look, I love the efficiency. I love the DIY spirit, but
you're keeping costs low.
There's such a thing as taking it too far.
Well, when you want it done right, you do it yourself.
But it seems that, you're very DIY, but it seems that you make costumes that you hate wearing, that make you angry, and that make you add lines, and then the curtain hurts you, and you're out in the woods banging rocks and leaves together to make makeup. It just seems a little aggressive to yourselves.
Yeah, and you don't make any money. I'm not convinced that you guys should be doing any of this.
Yeah.
Wow.
Are you popular? Like, is everyone like, oh, there's a new one. They did it again. Here we go. Or like, do you have a following? Or
Patton, have you been talking to the people of Adrian, Michigan?
I haven't. I'm just wondering.
Because they show up in droves, and they laugh. They laugh at times when we're not hoping for a laugh. But I'm
sorry.
Speaking of, they might be hate watching it, and I've seen money exchange hands in the middle of it. Like there are bets on when. A lot of times I'll say, I feel fat and stupid, and you see just money exchanged all over the place. People look at their watch and then hand a 20 to the person next to them.
And that leads you to believe that that people or this is just information you've picked up.
I worry that there are bets on when I'll say it, and that they're not really losing themselves in the world we've created.
Well, Bob, you keep on changing the dialogue. I wish you would just trust the text.
I trusted until I looked down and see like my white side squeezing out of a weird hole we both thought was cool to cut into the...
Wait, you're cutting holes in the sides of all these costumes?
Sometimes, yes.
Okay, all right.
I mean, look, I know you would never do this, but have you ever been tempted to go, well, I know that they're going to I know that money's going to be exchanged when I say I feel fat and stupid. So you could anonymously make bets on yourself.
Yeah, you could
and
be
then
throwing, sort of like throwing a
the
fight.
fat and stupid. Like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Have you ever been tempted to do that?
Yeah, like anonymously calling the local bookie and figuring out what the odds are on either side of the line. And then, essentially you'd make more money than doing the theater.
And you could keep financing future plays.
Yeah.
Yes, I see what all this is. You brought us on here. You're asking how much we make in comparison to the rich critics at the Hatchets and all that. And then you're saying, oh, what if you fixed the bets and if you guys don't make any money? Yes. Is that what you want?
Yes, what? Yes.
It's all rigged. We're Pete Rose of theater and Adrian.
You
Michigan.
are doing it? Oh my God.
Whoa, I can't believe you just dropped that. Oh my God.
Oh, you've been lying to us this whole time? You don't feel fat and stupid?
I do feel fat and stupid. I just get the over-under on when people think I'll say it.
How do you think we've maintained this theater?
What an incredible con. Now I respect you guys.
Sometimes it most often nowadays has to be the opening line of the play because people think I'm going to say it pretty early. And so I have to just go, I'm fat and stupid.
It seems to me like you get it out of the way, then people can relax and sort of enjoy the rest of the show.
Yeah.
It's true.
And I'd like to think they do.
Maybe they do. I mean, you're saying people are, it seems to be something that's bringing Adrian together as a community.
Yeah. And you guys seem to enjoy each other. Bob, you don't seem to enjoy the process as much as maybe Cherilyn does, but it's kept you guys together for now 25 of those 30 years you've been married.
It's true. I'm very happily married and all that. And at least even our worst little turd squeezed out our butt is better than fucking Hamilton.
Well, okay. I don't know that I would.
Easy.
I don't know. I would agree with that. Did you ever see Hamilton?
I actually did see Hamilton.
No, you didn't. I can tell. I can tell.
Fine.
What did you do instead?
We got gyros and had sex.
And was it good sex? Was it worth it?
It was.
I mean, Hamilton tickets are expensive.
I was too sweaty. The gyro was a very heavy,
garlicky.
It's wet.
The tzatziki was everywhere. We were in the back of like a station wagon. We were in the back of a station wagon having the gyros, and I'll tell you what. When someone burps in the back of a station wagon, having housed a gyro, you really get to know a different side of them.
It was like a little microwave with all the Hamilton people pouring out of the theater around us, laughing and rapping, and we're in there just steaming up the station wagon.
You got amazing parking. I don't know how. Yeah. How were you able to park your station wagon right in front of the Richard Rodgers Theater?
Yes, right in front of Richard Rodgers Theater.
Now,
wait a minute. It sounds like you're lying that you were parked there. Did you even make it to New York?
Yeah, no, we were in New York.
No, you didn't. Where were you? Where were you?
We were in the back of an Arby's parking lot, and the people passing by were slapping the windows and saying, "You guys are having the smelliest sex. Please stop."
Oh my God!
Look, I got to ask. Like, were you both in the theater when you met? Was one in the theater? Was one not? Was this a shared dream?
Yeah, is this a dream that you have? It seems like neither of you like it.
Well, especially, I was also going to say, besides the writing, the set direction, the costuming, and the performing, is there anything you like about theater?
I love stage whispering. Oh, yes. That is
stage whispering special. For people who don't know is giving the illusion that you're whispering when you're on stage, but it's loud enough for the entire audience to hear.
Right.
Give us a little example of that, Cherilyn.
Everybody get in here.
Right. So that is projecting enough for the back of the theater to hear.
And you put your hand, it took us 5 plays to learn this. You put your hand upstage.
Yeah. So that the audience can see your mouth rather than blocking your mouth.
Yes, Scott.
Yes. I know these terms because I used to be a bit of a thespian myself. Upstage, of course, refers to the days when stages were tilted so that the bottom of the stage was down and the back of the stage was up. Raked! Thank you. Wait, did you know that, or are you just shouting out raked?
I took a guess and just...
Were you looking at the leaves outside your house right now?
Yes. How would I describe them? Raked! Scott, what plays were you in?
I was in Oklahoma, West Side Story, Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. You see any of those?
Yes, all of those pretty much.
No, you haven't.
God damn it.
Have you seen any play? Have you seen any theater at all your entire life?
Good question. Tough question. Tough.
I already know the answer. You have not. Why would you do plays if you've never even seen one and don't know what makes a good one?
It's not a play, but one time I saw the man who murdered my grandmother electrocuted.
I mean, there was a curtain probably when they pull the curtain and suddenly
a squeaky little yellow curtain close and they're like, get out of here now. It's done.
Yeah. How was it? Did that affect you profoundly?
Yeah. I mean, it's basically the whole thing of zip, zap, ouchie, my head, the 2014.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You watched a live execution, and your interpretation of that is a play called Zip, Zap, Ouchie, My Head?
Yes, that the title is from the point of view of the guy getting
electrocuted.
I would imagine.
No, we understand.
No, we got that. Yeah.
Let's hear a little bit of Zip Zap. Ouchie my head, and then that's going to be the last one that we hear because we are running out of time. So,
yes, okay.
Well, I'm just trying to set expectations.
The last one.
No, I mean I would love to hear more, but unfortunately, the clock ticking as it does. This is Bob and Cherilyn Wessex from Zip Zap, Ouchie My Head, inspired by the death of, who was this? The man who murdered your grandfather?
Grandmother, yes.
Grandmother. Oh, and how did she die?
A strangulation from a man who got electrocuted later.
Okay, so was it a mutual strangulation? Was it some sort of like sex thing? Or was
she was in on it. Her hands were the first layer and his the outer, but he still got in trouble.
Okay. All right.
It was mutual, though. It's always good to ask about murders. Was it mutual?
Sure. No, I just wanted to know. This is Zip Zap, Ouchie My Head, Bob and Cherilyn Wessex. Here we go.
Well, what would you like as your last meal?
I'd like a little bit of beans.
What, beans?
A little bit of coleslaw. Go easy on the juice.
You just want fixins'?
Well, what do you suggest?
A slab of meat. Do a rib. How about a porterhouse? Now, this section, she lists cuts of meat for about 5 more minutes, and then we snap back.
Okay, so we'll edit that out. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Or just...
no, just a salad for me. This friggin' jumpsuit with all its weird holes got me feeling so fat and stupid. Just give me some kind of light salad or whatever. I don't care.
It's your last meal.
A California roll at most. I can't. If I have another meal like that, I just feel like shit.
3, 2, 1. Zip,
ow,
zip,
ow,
zip.
ow, oh, my head. That's
wow.
And the lights flickered in the theater.
I can only imagine. Yeah,
Impactful.
That was the most powerful one yet. The whole 5-minute period of listing stakes. I think you were right to edit that out in the retelling of it. So
okay,
yeah, but
we got canned. We got canned by that one.
It certainly would have been avant-garde.
Violent J ripped into the steak list.
Well,
he is their theater critic. By the way.
He's their theater critic.
Wow,
amazing!
Did not know that.
Well, guys, I keep making that money. Keep making that. I mean, you're raking it in hand over fist with those side bets, those side pot actions.
Rake callback.
Yeah, I mean, to who? Gabe Kaplan?
Rake.
Oh, Rake. Oh, okay. Yes. Oh, got it. I thought you said great callback, but you said Rake callback.
I don't know who Gabe Kaplan is. Yeah, no, Rake callback.
You don't know who Gabe Kaplan? Oh, that'll be a sideshow. We should do a podcast where I just explain Gabe Kaplan things to you.
We should do a little, or you and I should do one at the end of each episode where we explain all of our references.
Yeah, that'll be good. We'll have footnotes at the end of these. Yes. Well, we are running out of time. We just have time for one final feature on the show, and that is a little something called plugs.
A plug is a thing that is hard to explain. It could be something you're starting or shutting down a drain. So fill up my ears while you bathe in your fear that nobody really cares what you're doing. Well,
Okay, that was Existential Plug by Wobsy. Thank you to Wobsy for that. All right, guys, what are we plugging? Obviously, AP Bio this Thursday. First of all, you can see all of the previous 2 seasons on Peacock currently. And then this Thursday, they're all dropped all at the same time. All these 8, and including these 2 that sound incredibly amazing. And then a couple of those episodes sound probably you can see them being a little rushed because it sounds like you're getting to the end of the day up against quarantine. So if you see people like saying their lines really quickly and looking at their watches, you can tell it's from those 2 days, right?
If there's some boom mics in the shot, we had to use it. We had no choice.
Yeah. Just go. Yes, all 8 episodes are our favorite season yet. Super exciting. Check it out September 3rd, this Thursday.
And I'll let you guys plug anything else you want. I mean, this is your time. Patton, you have anything else coming out?
I just really am excited for people to watch season 3 of AP Bio on Peacock. It's so good.
Yeah. Are you nominated for an Emmy or anything coming up?
I am nominated for Best Writing and a Variety Special.
And today is the last day that people can vote on that. If you are a Television Academy member, throw
Patton
a vote.
Oswalt, talking for clapping. How about you go in there and click that box? Thanks.
Yeah. Mike, anything? Or no, I'm sorry, not Mike. Bob, anything else? Were you plugging AP Bio, Bob?
Yes, I was. Check out the 8 episodes. But yeah, no, this Friday we open our brand new musical. Don't tell me about it. Sing me about it. So check it out. It's at 8 p.m. Tickets are $45 a piece, and we will see you there. I think this one's a really goodie, Scott. We haven't finished the costumes yet, but they're getting there, and we're very confident. And the script.
Okay, don't put the weird holes where your stomach is.
Yeah. Okay, I doubt it. We will. I don't think we will.
Is that a late edition in the process usually?
Sometimes that's the night before, screaming and crying, and then, yes, some of the lines change the next day, yes.
Okay, all right.
Hopefully not this time.
Cherilyn, anything else you want to plug?
That show, AP Bio, I just heard it's fantastic. Again, towards the end, it seems like anytime a character would cough, do a star swipe off into something else. But again, I think it's an incredible show.
Fantastic. All right, I want to plug... first of all, we mentioned the Emmys. If you are a Television Academy voter, throw me a vote for Between Two Ferns. Anyone in the Emmys can vote on that. So, please feel free to click on our name. And I also want to plug my side podcast. We have to stop talking TMNT on CBB. We have a new episode coming out this Thursday. It's the podcast where I talk about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with Sprague the Whisperer. You can get all of those episodes at Sean Diston's Patreon, which is you just look up Patreon and Sean Diston. All right, let's close up the old plug bag.
You start with a C when you want to close it up. You lead with an L and then you open up the plug bag. Open up the plug bag. Take your hand and open it up. Then Horatio comes and then he just says, open up the plug bag.
All right, guys, I want to thank you so much. Patton, always great to see you.
Thank you so much for having me on. I love it.
Pleasure. Thank you for being here. And Bob and Cherilyn, good luck to you. I mean, how much do you think you're going to rake in on these bets come Friday?
If we go fat and stupid in the first 20 minutes, we stand to gain $40,000.
Wow. So you bet.
Whoa.
You bet 40 and you're going to gain 40, or you bet 20 and you're going to get 20? What's your nut?
Oh, Scott, please, never.
No? Okay.
Right.
Well, good luck. And can you do just a little section of that show? Don't tell me about it. Sing me about it. Opening this Friday in Michigan. I forget the name of the town there.
Adrian.
Just Adrian, a little.
Michigan, yeah.
Adrian, Michigan. Just a little taste.
Well, Barbara, don't tell me about it. Just say it.
You expect me to just say it?
Well, why wouldn't you?
Because I want to sing about it.
Well, I don't care about that. Just say it. Are you pregnant or not? Just say the words. Don't sing it.
Yes, 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 yes.
Huh. You didn't tell me about... Oh, shit. What is this?
Did you let it
Has
out?
this been the whole time? This sweaty side of my stomach?
Bob.
I feel so fat and stupid.
Yeah, he said it.
Wow.
All right. We'll
Money
see you
in the
next
bank.
time. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.